So welcome to our webinar. I am Doris. I work as an international marketing specialist here at Tallinn University. I am going to tell you about Tallinn University overall. Then I'm going to give the floor to my colleague who's going to tell you more about the law program and international business law program. After that, I'm going to tell you about the admission procedure, student life, and so on. In case you have any questions, feel free to, as my colleague already wrote here, feel free to ask them during the presentation, so my colleague will answer them in a written form right away. So a few words about Estonia as well. We are a really small country in Europe, next to Latvia, Russia, and only across the bay from Finland, with an area of approximately 45,000 kilometers. So a really, really small country, and with a population only of 1.3 million people. Our capital city, Tallinn, we are located here in the capital city, Tallinn University. Tallinn has the population of 400,000. The currency is euro, like in most of the European Union countries. Additional to the European Union, we also belong to the Schengen area, so we have the open borders with the rest of the Schengen area countries, and also to NATO. Official language is Estonian, but English and Russian are also widely spoken here. We are an e-society. We have Wi-Fi access almost everywhere. And of course, what we're really proud of is that Skype software was developed by our engineers. When you want to move to Estonia, for EU citizens, it's a bit easier. You just have to come here and register yourself as a citizen of Tallinn. For non-EU students, applicants, it's not that simple, but also easy. You need to, prior your arrival here, you need to apply for a residence permit for study and a visa in your nearest embassy. You can look up the exact information, the exact guidelines from these two pages, from politsei.ee and vm.ee. The last one is a web page for Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So those two web pages have all the specific information that you need about moving here. A lot of our students, a lot of our applicants ask whether or not they can work in Estonia while they study. The answer is yes. You can even work full-time in Estonia while you study here, but you have to be sure that you also remain as a full-time student here. Where you can start your job finding is our Tallinn University Career and Counseling Center. They can give you some contacts, some help and information. Also, you can go to workinestonia.com. There is everything necessary about working in Estonia, and also some job offers you can already look at. Few words about Tallinn University as well. We are the third largest public university here in Estonia. Tallinn University was established in 2005, so we are a rather young university, but actually the history of our university dates back. But as Tallinn University, we do research and teaching from 2005. At the moment, we have approximately 9,000 students studying on our BA, MA, and PhD level, among whom around 900 are international students. This 900 makes up of the degree students and exchange students. Most of our degree students are from Finland. That's a logical reason behind that, is that we have faculties in Helsinki as well. So students, Tallinn University students study in Helsinki too. Other nations are, for example, Russians, Latvians, Lithuanians, people from Ukraine, Georgia, and so on. We have about 1,000 staff members, among whom about 9% are foreign academics. So that means that the international experience is guaranteed by the staff as well. We have around 250 partner universities. So in case you would like to go to study a semester or a year abroad, you have variety of other universities to choose among. And at the moment, Tallinn University has 8 academic units. Our university has a leading role in promoting and developing an intelligent lifestyle. And as a result, we have directed our resource and activities into 5 broad focus fields. So all the research, studies, everything is conducted in those 5 broad focus fields, which are education and innovation, cultural competences, society and open governance, which we're going to talk more in detail today, digital and media culture, and healthy and sustainable lifestyle. Here at Tallinn University, we believe into individual approach to students. By that, I mean our courses are rather small, so the students can always approach to the lecturer, discuss different topics, different matters. We believe in interdisciplinarity, which means cooperation across different disciplines. Our campus, the main campus here in Tallinn, has a favorable location. It's located right in the city center. So the old town that belongs to the UNESCO World Heritage is only 10 minutes walk away. Harbor, only 5 minutes walk away. The airport and the bus station are also close by. Today, our modern facilities include study rooms, modern classrooms, computer classes, leisure areas, everything necessary for a student. And, for example, we even have our own cinema hall here in the main campus, where the students could go and watch films for free. So a few words about the School of Governance, Law and Society as well. The School of Governance, Law and Society teaches law on bachelor level and international business law on master's level. The school is also known as Sogolas. So Sogolas is a competence center for social research and practices. And at Sogolas, it's possible to study social sciences on BA, MA, and PhD level. But now I'm going to give the floor to my colleague, who's going to tell you in more detail about the Law BA program and International Business Law MA program.
Hello. My name is Philip Graves. I'm a lecturer of private law in the law program. I lecture at the master's and the bachelor's level. And I'll speak to you a bit shortly about our law program, exactly what's important about it, what's important to study in it, and what opportunities you may have after you finish the program. So as you'll see, the law curriculum is offered entirely in the English language. We have a core belief that a successful lawyer must obtain and be well-grounded in 3 basic areas of law, that being international law, European law, and comparative law. This is especially important in a globalizing world in which we find ourselves today. If you think about many of the issues that you will have to face in the future as lawyers or business professionals, you'll be facing these issues in a globalized context, in a global dimension. So we have our program developed around that, and the curriculums are developed around that, so you have that knowledge, you attain that knowledge throughout the program. The study program period is 3 years, so that's 3 years within the Bologna Accord program, so our harmonization system in Europe. 3 years for a bachelor's degree, and then 2 years for a master's degree. And the study load is 180 credits for the whole program, and the price is 2,176 euros per semester. It's a bit more expensive than some of the other programs in the region, but it's a more quality program. We have better known faculty members, and we have actually, frankly, a better program. So why would you study here, and why choose to study law? Well, we provide you with everything you need to successfully enter the practice of law, particularly in international law or European law. at the international level. They're carried out totally in English, the language of study is. I'm a native English speaker. Several of my other colleagues are also native English speakers as well. I'm from the United States. We have a couple of other Americans teaching with us. And so you're exposed to a learning environment in which everyone that's teaching there, a large percentage of the faculty have native English skills. And we, have been very successful in instilling good results in our graduates. That is, they went on to study at some of the top universities in Europe from our bachelor's program. And when you think about what the career opportunities are, they are many. It depends on exactly what module you take and what module you choose to specialize in. And I'll speak a bit more about that in just a second. Let me just get to the next slide. So as I mentioned, we have well-known lecturers here. It's a truly international faculty. I'm from the U.S. We have colleagues from Germany, colleagues from Italy, colleagues from Russia, from China, Estonia and Finland, of course, and the United Kingdom also teach in the faculty. And the composition of the faculty is also a mixture in the sense that many of our faculty members are well-known academics. Many are practicing lawyers, retired judges, practicing judges, lawmakers, and business consultants and professionals. So what you get when you study with us is a combination, that is, of those that have the theoretical that are grounded in theory, that is, they're scholars and academics, and also the practitioners from a legal practicing point of view, that is, business lawyers or litigants or judges, and also practitioners from a lawmaking point of view, lawyers and business consultants. And that's very important to have that knowledge. So it's not just that you get the theoretical knowledge in our program, but you also get the practical knowledge and how to apply the knowledge in the practice of law. And about the program, what we have is about 56 hours of what we call core competence courses that you must take, starting with the legal research and writing, which lawyers do a lot of research and a lot of writing to their clients, writing to courts. So there's a full semester course at the very beginning of the semester that you'll take in your first year that'll give you that'll really develop and give you a good sense of using those writing skills in solving legal problems and communicating to court authorities and to clients and to other colleagues in the practice of law. Then we have progressed into the second semester where you take legal philosophy and ethics, where you learn not just what the law is, but what the law are to be, right? Well, how did the legal order develop into the order that we see today? Then you will also take courses such as comparative constitutional law, law of obligations, law of contractual obligations, non-contractual obligations, and criminal law, and introduction to the European Union law, law and economics, and many, many other courses comprise that core area. So the whole the program is designed around developing you that good core curriculum to stand upon when you then transition in the midpoint of your study time with us into choosing one of two modules. For students that choose to study in Helsinki, a lot of them choose to study in the Finnish domestic legal order. And if they choose that module, they complete all the courses in that module. That gives them a good, well-grounded knowledge base in Finnish domestic legal order, the domestic legal system of Finland. Other students may choose to take the international and European module, and that is split evenly between European law and international law. And the European law is grounded in areas like European constitutional law, administrative law, competition law, and law of the internal market. And while the international law is a mixture of public and private international law, mainly concentrated on international humanitarian law, international criminal law, maritime law, and private areas of international law, such as international commercial law and international economic law, just to mention a couple. Then you have a number of courses to choose from for electives. Electives, you get 24 credits, I believe, in the elective module, which are a mixture of international and European law courses. Then at the end, you take a final exam. That is an exam that basically tests your knowledge on everything you've learned in the entire 3 years. Also a part of our program is an internship. That is where you'll do an internship either at a law firm or in a business, but in the legal part of the business, or legal department of a business, we actually apply in the private setting those skills that you've learned in the classroom. So that's a bit about how the program progresses and how the modules are. So when graduation comes, you have many options. To do anything with law beyond the bachelor's level, you need to acquire a master's. And that's what most lawyers in most countries you must have, not only a bachelor's, but also a master's of law. Many of our applicants choose to continue their studies elsewhere in the world. We have students studying throughout the European Union, and one of our graduates from a couple of years ago is studying in China, or actually Hong Kong, which is part of China, but anyway. Then there's also the possibility to continue studying with us in our international business law program. So I'd like to talk a bit about the international law business law master's program that we offer here at the university as well. And for those of you who maybe already have a bachelor's of law and are interested in studying at the international business law. So the international business law is just that. It's a well-grounded program in international business law. Courses such as competition law are explored in a much more deeper sense than they would be in the bachelor's level. We also have courses such as the law of business associations and corporate governance, international financial law, the law of the World Trade Organization and World Trade Law, international commercial arbitration, international investment law, just to mention a few of the courses that are offered in the program. You will have then a very rich understanding of the particulars of international business law, those areas of law that make up the vital components to understanding how international business is conducted and regulated, and the legal order by which various international business transactions must follow in order to be successfully completed. The study period is 2 years, 120 credits for the total program. The price is 2,376 euros per semester. And the master's program, you also write a master's thesis, and you have thesis seminar 1 and 2. That is where you are led by a leading academic in developing your thesis writing skills, identifying your topic, and then going through the process of actually developing a master's level thesis, which will then have to be defended before a panel of academics here at the university. Also in the master's program, you do an internship, much like you do in the bachelor's program as well. And so there are many opportunities for you after graduations, such as corporate law, also lawyers that are engaged in arbitration and mediation, and transactional practice is also done typically a lot of times in-house rather than being done by an external firm. So there's a lot of opportunities with a master's degree in international business law, and that degree that we look at or that we offer gives you all the skills you'll need to find a very successful career in international business law. So after graduation, as we can see here from the slide, opportunities are available to work for institutions such as the International Monetary Fund, World Trade Organization, and the World Bank if you're aspiring to do something in the sort of public area of international business law. Then, of course, there are many opportunities working for multinationals, working for corporations, working in logistics management, and things of this nature. So that's a bit about our programs here, and I'm going to give it back to my colleague, and she's going to speak with you a bit about scholarship and study allowances. But before I give it to her, I'd like to ask one quickly, if any of you that are viewing now might have a question that I can answer from you. If you do, you can just put it there in the chat, and I will try to answer it here in the next few minutes. Okay, if there's no questions, then I'll give it back to my colleague. I do look forward to seeing some of you here in the autumn semester. Thank you.
So hi again. A few words about the scholarships and study allowances as well. There is one possibility only for people who apply to MA level and who are MA level students to apply for Estonian National Scholarship Program. The scholarship is 350 euros per month, and the deadline to apply is March 31st. If you would like to know more about this scholarship, you need to go to studyinestonia.ee, and there's the information of how to apply, what are the required documents, etc. There's also a possibility to apply for a needs-based study allowance, and this is for students from financially disadvantaged backgrounds. And this allowance is 75 up to 220 euros per month. And you only need to apply once, and throughout your studies you will get the allowance. Another one is a study allowance based on your study results. So if you have a good average grade, then most probably you will get one. The allowance is 100 euros per month, but to this allowance you need to apply each semester once again. So each semester your grades will be checked, and according to that it will be decided whether or not you will get the allowance. So also about the admission requirements for international students. First of all, you need to keep in mind the deadlines. For non-EU students, the deadline is 15th of April. For EU citizens and applicants from Turkey, Russia, Ukraine, and Georgia, it is 1st of June. But there's another deadline for Finnish citizens who are applying on a BA level, and this deadline is 1st of August. So those are the deadlines you need to. Before the deadlines, everything has to be filled in and sent to us. The first step is that you need to fill in the online application at estonia.dreamapply.com. So this is the web page you need to go. After that, you need to pay the application fee, which is 80 euros. And then you need to send by post to us the online application cover from DreamApply that has to be printed and signed. And for BA studies, you need to send us the copy of your secondary education certificate and transcript of records. For MA studies, your bachelor's degree certificate and transcript of records. And the translation is requested if the documents are not in English. And all the copies and translations need to be attested by a notary as well. I know there's one person from Finland who is listening. For Finnish citizens, it is possible to bring the documents to us. We are coming to Finland in May. So you can bring the documents to our facilities in Helsinki, and then we can already say if it's all okay or something else needs to be sent to us as well. You can see the deadlines when we are coming from TLU/meet us, and there is all the necessary information when we are coming to Finland and where is the place. After that, you also need to prove your English proficiency. You need to have English at least on B2 level in order to study here. You can prove it with well-known tests as IELTS or TOEFL, or you can carry out the language test here at Tallinn University. So once again, people from Finland, we are also conducting the Tallinn University language test when we come to Finland. So there's a possibility to do one there as well. After that, you need to upload to the online application system the copy of your identification page of your passport and the receipt that you have paid the application fee. Some of the countries have also country-specific requirements. For that, please go to tlu.ee/admissions to see whether or not your country has country-specific requirements. For example, once again, if you are from Finland, Finnish citizens, and you have cum laude approbator, then you do not have to prove extra your English proficiency. After you have done all that, there are also program-specific requirements you need to pass. For law, a BA program, there's a written assignment. There are a few questions. You need to answer them questions concern your motivation and desire to study at the program. And then an interview will be done with you. You do not have to come for Estonia for that. Interview will be done via Skype. For international business law, MA, the program-specific requirements are the draft of the master thesis that needs to be 2 pages, a motivational letter, and also an interview. So once again, you do not have to come to Estonia for the interview. This can be done via Skype as well. So a few words about the student life here in Tallinn. We have a student union here under which there are different organizations that organize different events. You can be part of the activities, organize the activities. So what we have International Club that organizes events for international students, ESN Tallinn for exchange students. We even have our own student TV that broadcasts the latest news. We have our own culture clubs, sports club, photo club, culture collectives like choirs, even our symphony orchestra, our own students' cafe, and even a childcare. So accommodation in Tallinn. Tallinn University has its own dormitory that's just around the corner, so close by. The 2 photos you see here are the photos from our dormitory, so it looks quite nice. There are double rooms for the price of 170.50 euros per month. There's another dormitory, G4S dormitory, that's close by, where there are double and single rooms for the price of 180 and 360 euros. Also an Deco dormitory, where there are double and single rooms for the price of 150 and 300 euros. Of course, there is always a possibility to rent an apartment yourself with your friends or with your course mates. And as like in every city, the prices vary a lot. If you would like to know more about the dormitories, you can go to tlu.ee/housing. There are some more photos, more information, and also links where you can see information about the apartments that can be rented. Approximate living cost here in Tallinn is 300 up to 500 euros. That does not include the accommodation. Here are just few examples of the prices. Student meal here at the campus, usually it's 350, but it depends what else you want there, so it varies from 3 up to 7 euros. Public transportation is free of charge in Tallinn for the residents of Tallinn. Theatre tickets 12 to 18 euros, concert tickets 8 to 13 euros, and so on. So we told you about the degree programs, but what else we offer are short courses during Tallinn Summer and Winter School. Tallinn Summer School takes place in July, this year from 11th until 29th of July. And one course that we offer there is Money and Banking, International Finance Law, and International Trade Law. If you're interested in law studies, you can participate in that course. The winter school is usually in January. During the summer school, we have approximately 350 participants from all over the world. During winter school, much less, because during the summer school, we have approximately 20 different courses. During winter school, much less, 4 or so. Additional to courses, we offer also a cultural program for the participants, where the participants can go and visit museums, go to field trips outside of Tallinn, and so on. The registration for the summer school is already opened. So if you go to summerschool.tlu.ee, you can find a course there, what you like, and already register for the course. So our main campus here in Tallinn, how does it look like? As I already said, we are right in the heart of the city. All of our buildings have Latin names that represent certain traditions to the university, and also so our students will know in which building they need to go. Terra building is the oldest building of Tallinn University. This is where the ceremony hall is located at. So everybody who graduated Tallinn University here in Tallinn will graduate there. Astra building is the newest addition to Tallinn University. There are different laboratories. Silva is also known as the language building. Nova, this houses Baltic Film Media Arts and Communication School, so everything necessary for filmmaking is there, and also the cinema hall is located there. Ursa, there they study fine arts, and Mare, where there are different lecture rooms, seminar rooms, and different institutes are located there as well. Here are just few photos of our facilities. What I suggest you to do, in case you have any questions about living here in Tallinn, about Tallinn University, about the study programs, you can contact our ambassadors. So if you go to tlu.ee/ambassadors, basically all of the English-based programs have their own ambassador. So you can see their email from there, from the site, and you can write to them and ask questions about the programs and overall life here at Tallinn. And they are more than happy to answer to you. Last but not least, what I suggest you to do is to follow us in social media as well to keep up with our latest doings. In Facebook, you can find us when you type in Tallinn University. In case you have any questions about admission, then I suggest you to write to admissions@tlu.ee. Meanwhile, you can go to our webpage and look up there more information about our university.